For each right-at-home assignment you accept, you will be given a plan of care that outlines the specific services you will be providing to that client. Some offices may have a different name for it, but for our purposes today, we'll refer to it as the plan of care. Your local right-at-home office will identify who you should talk to about care plans, how you will receive them, as well as the protocol for making changes to those plans. This person will also probably discuss the plan of care with you for each assignment, so you are familiar with the client and their circumstances. The plan of care will outline the scope of services you are able to provide. It's important to always follow the plan of care provided by your local right-at-home office, even if you are personally certified, licensed, or trained to provide more advanced levels of care. Should you be asked by the client to perform services outside the plan of care, you must contact your supervisor before performing the requested services. For instance, you may be certified as a CNA, but be asked to work with a client who only needs companion-level care. It's very important that you discuss with your office how to proceed on a case where the services outlined in the plan of care don't include the full range of services you are personally able to provide. If you have any questions, please talk to your supervisor. A best practice is to always adhere to the plan of care that your local right-at-home office generates. Another best practice is to accurately log the activities you perform as described in the plan of care and do this at the end of each shift. Care notes or aid activity sheets are an important part of the client's record and should be filled out accurately and factually as possible. The notes should reflect exactly what you observe with regard to your client's social and emotional state during the visit. Care notes are not intended to reflect your opinion about the client's well-being. Let's look at an example of a care note written with facts. Mrs. Jones woke up at noon today. Now, let's look at an example reflecting the caregiver's opinion. Mrs. Jones didn't wake up until noon today because she is depressed. This is an important distinction because there is no evidence of the client being depressed. She could simply be tired. Providing your opinion in the notes could cause issues for you and your employer because in some cases, the care notes may be left in the home and read by anyone who is in the client's home. Another best practice is to document notes clearly and in ink. If you happen to make a mistake when documenting your notes, simply draw a single line through the writing because our notes should still be visible but clearly marked as information that is incorrect. Each office has a slightly different procedure for documenting and submitting care notes, so please be sure to check with your supervisor about your office's policies on documentation and before removing care notes from the home. While working with your client, you may interact with many people, such as family members or other healthcare agencies providing additional services. A best practice is to view these individuals as your employer's partners, not as competition. Everyone involved in a client's case is working together to provide the best possible support for the client. If you have any questions about the roles these other people have or about actions they are taking, contact your supervisor.